I'm Emily Pike. I'm the Executive Director of New Hope for Families. So I've worked at New Hope for a little over 9 years, so the agency is not quite 10 years old. I've been fortunate to be there since almost the very, very beginning. I've been the Executive Director for about 3.5 years. I really love this agency and this mission. At New Hope, we help families impacted by homelessness. We do that in a couple of ways. One is that we offer shelter to families regardless of their makeup, which allows families to stay together through the crisis of homelessness and into stable long-term housing that they can afford. So that's really important to us. And then the other part of our mission is that we provide early childhood care and education to young children impacted by homelessness in a mixed income cohort, which really helps us work that problem from both ends. But 2021 is a big year for us. So we turned 10 and we'll be expanding our shelter capacity by 70% and our early childhood capacity by 200%. I do think excellence really is about meeting needs as they arise in a way that's equitable and in a way that sort of puts our community resources to their best and highest use. And that doesn't always look like perfectly equal across the board. I think it looks like meeting needs as evenly as possible. We tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in a year and underestimate what we can accomplish in 5 years. And I think that is really good advice. I think that is something that certainly has proven true at New Hope. Less than 10 years ago, this agency was just an idea. And now it has really grown into this thriving nonprofit that is vital to our community. It's really easy to get frustrated that things aren't moving as quickly as you think you'd like them to. And then sometimes in retrospect, it turns out actually quite a lot happened there. In my workplace and among my friends, I'm a little famous right now for saying, are we here to be right or are we here to get something done? One of the things that we try really hard to embrace at my workplace is this idea that we can work with people that we disagree with on the things that we agree on. I'm all about a strengths-based approach, right? One of the things that I appreciate about this work is that it does allow me to sort of build a team that complements one another. There are plenty of things about running a nonprofit that I'm not fantastic at. Fortunately, I've got people on my team who balance that out and really are fantastic at it. Of course, I feel so honored to be receiving this recognition, and I'd really like to thank everyone at New Hope for Families, the staff, the board of directors, the volunteers. It truly is an amazing team. And I'll tell you what, in a year like this, you appreciate having your people more than ever. And these are people who just show up. So they've been amazing. So I think they're the people I most need to thank, but also, of course, my friends who nominated me, and maybe also just our Bloomington community. It really is such a privilege to be a part of a community that is compassionate and that really is willing to prioritize what is best for our most vulnerable members. That can be hard to do when you're not one of them, but the truth is I do think it's one of the ways that we judge a community, and I think that our community measures up very well.
I'm Esther Fuentes, and I am the Banking Center Manager at Old National Bank, downtown Bloomington. I read this book, and she says, do what you love, the money will follow. And I live by that. If I'm happy doing what I'm doing, it doesn't matter. I know that I'm gonna get to the right position where I need to be. And as long as I'm happy and doing what I'm doing, I think it's just self-rewarding. I've been in my role for 2.5 years at the Banking Center here in downtown Bloomington. We focus on helping our clients meet their banking needs, loan needs, and I have a staff of 7 associates, and it's all about creating relationship with our clients and meet their banking needs. I am very active in the Latino community, and the Latino community, for some reason, it's a lot of need there, and me able to speak the same language that they do the trust that they have in me. I have a huge following, and I feel that I'm making a big difference in their life, being able to provide that service for them that, you know, is in much need. My motivation, it's my family, my kids. That's my biggest motivation. They are the ones that make me get up every single day to be better and to do better every single day. And I want them to, for instance, my kids, to follow some of my steps, to have that work ethics and to give to the community and to be the person that they do want to be to help others. I would like to thank Scott Davidson. He was my former boss. He was the one that actually nominated me for this award, and I am very thankful. I want to thank him for hiring me, believing in me, and believing in the value that I bring to this organization. Also, I want to thank Scott Shishman and my now boss, Levi Gus, for their mentorship and coaching and for me to try to be better.
So I'm Beverly Callender Anderson. I'm Director of the Community and Family Resources Department for the City of Bloomington. And the Community and Family Resources Department provides opportunities for residents to get engaged, to be inspired, to be educated about a lot of the issues in the city through working or volunteering on commissions, boards, and task forces. We have 6 commissions and several task forces. So because what I do is very forward-facing and I'm involved with people a lot, when I'm in my off time, I like to do sort of solitary things. And so I like movies and I like stories, so I like books, I like movies, I knit, and sort of do things that let my mind rest a little bit. But truthfully, I work a lot, and so there's not a lot of that downtime. But when there is downtime, I like doing that, and I absolutely love spending time with my family. I think the best piece of advice I could give someone is to follow their passion, to follow what it is that they would do whether they were getting paid for it or not. One of the things that I love and loved about coming to the city is that I was volunteering on some of the commissions that now my position supervises. And so this is the work that I was doing for no pay. And so when you can get paid to do what you love to do, what you have a passion for, what really gets you up in the morning, I used to say, you know, what makes you just geek out, you know, then that's the best thing. But, you know, if you can make a decent living and just know that you're doing good work and you're happy with what you're doing and you feel useful and you feel appreciated, that's the best. First of all, I want to thank the nominators. I know that Mary Catherine Carmichael and Fry Pfefferman were the ones who nominated me, so I definitely want to thank them and thank my son because he puts up with me and he rides with me whenever I am going somewhere. I've got an event to go to. A lot of times he's my +1. And the last people I want to thank are my yayas, those girlfriends who are with me in the good times. They're with me in the bad times. If I need to scream, I can call one of them. But when I want to celebrate, I call them too. And so just those people who always have my back. And so yeah, just want to thank them all.
Hi, my name is Deborah Morrow and I'm the Executive Director of Middleway House. What motivates me is to do this work is because I was there once. And I know what it feels like to be in that situation. And that keeps me going because I know that organization needs to be there for individuals when they decide they need middle way house. And I want us to be there to support them because I know how important that was to me. I've been at Middle Way House for 11 years, and I believe it's been about 4.5 years I've been the executive director. And we work really hard to serve the needs of individuals who have experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. And I so appreciate working at that organization with all of the amazing staff that are there every day doing the work on the ground. When people realize that they have a right to make their own decisions about their own life and start acting on those decisions, those are the moments that mean the most to me. And that's when I know exactly why we're all there doing the work that we do. I believe it's important to let people bring their ideas to the table and let them try their ideas. And I don't have to control everything. I don't have to control much. We just have an overarching vision together. And people have wonderful creative paths on how to get to that vision. So I think the secret of a good leader is to be a support for all the other people doing the work and to work together. If I was to give advice about leadership, I would say don't be afraid of the hard conversations. Don't think of them as hard conversations, think of them as brave conversations. You know, I mean, that's something that I'll be honest, I still work on, and I think it's something that I'll remind myself forever, but I think that's a good thing to remember, that those conversations that may feel hard are moments where you can be brave. I would like to thank all of the amazing staff at Middle Way House, because it's not me who deserves this credit, it is them for every day doing all of the work that they do there. Because if it wasn't for them, Middle Way House would not be Middle Way House. I am one person, it is them that makes the agency. And for all the people that believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself, I mean, to me, those folks all deserve considerable thanks.
My name is Amber Scobey, and I'm the Executive Director of the Bloomington Housing Authority. I have lots of mentors. My uncle told me once when I was just starting out after graduating college that my first job I should always try to find someone to mentor me and to really connect with that person and learn as much as I can. It's not so much about the role of the job, but having a good, solid mentor, and I've carried that with me. At the Housing Authority, my mentor was Jennifer Osterholt, so she was the previous director, and I was interning there as a college student, and she saw something in me that I didn't necessarily see. I have worked at the Housing Authority for 10 years, and in the past 4 years I've served as the Executive Director. My main role is to oversee all the operations of the Housing Authority, main programs like our Housing Choice Voucher program and our affordable housing programs, making sure they're operating at a high standard and they're effective not only in providing housing opportunities but also resident services to make sure those families who are on our programs are supported and they're self-sufficient. I love that every day is different, and the work of housing authorities is so important. I found a lot of value in the work that they did. It was really hard work. Nothing ever seemed to work right the first time. It took some creativity and innovation, which I find really impactful to bring to the public sector. I also love just the idea of community development and making sure that people have dignity in where they live and that they're surrounded with opportunities to succeed. So the secret to good leadership, in my opinion, is thinking differently and having a leadership mindset that isn't a manager, but someone that has a vision, creating an environment where people can succeed. I would tell a young person going into leadership for the first time that your staff is watching and that you should lead by example, and what you say carries extra weight. Always keep learning and trying to improve yourself. You'll have good days and bad days, but always know that every day is a new day, a fresh start. So I'd really like to thank who nominated me. I'm not exactly sure who that is just yet, but hopefully I will know soon. Also my parents, they were the first to instill a work ethic in me, and that has carried on. My sister has also given me really good advice, and my husband has been a really good cheerleader as well. So definitely want to thank the family and the Housing Authority Board of Commissioners. They have hired me and trusted a lot in my abilities, and I'm really grateful for that.
Hi, I'm Beth Tyley, and I work at the TIS group. And I would have to say that my title is probably the Jill of all trades. No, I'm just joking. Seriously though, I've probably worn a lot of hats over the course of 4 decades, from a clerk at age 14 to a sportswear and buyer for after college, to marketing manager, and then I would say for the last almost 20 years, a co-owner and overall generalist. As an owner, you obviously have a lot of responsibilities and things like that with all the employees that you have working for you. But helping solve problems, I co-own the company with my brothers. My parents did before us. So I just had a lot of responsibilities that way, and a lot of good support with my brothers. We're very close-knit in that way for a family business. Our corporate mission would be to put our employees first so they can serve our customers best. And so that resonated with us through, I can't tell, maybe almost 60 years of business. So I think that really helped make us successful in a lot of different ways. I mean, I think in every true sense of the word, we are a family business, and all our employees are like our family. So I think that makes a difference in the people that want to stay with us for so many years. I would say that my definition of excellence is willing to try to do 110% in whatever you do. We had an operations manager who always had quotes like on the wall, and one of the things I had on there is always be part of the solution, not the problem. So I've always tried to do that and stay positive and not try to draw the problem, but I say, okay, so it doesn't create drama, and say, what can we do? How can we make this better? And be part of that solution. I definitely feel that keeping the lines of communication open is key with people. I think engaging them, asking for their input, listening to them, and collaborating with them. Because, you know, my dad always told me, surround yourself with good people. So listen to what they have to say. You don't know everything, and you can learn from other people. So by asking for their input, that keeps them engaged to want to do more and be a part of the whole process. I'd say it's twofold on who I'd like to thank for this wonderful honor that I'm receiving. I'd say first and foremost, my late parents for instilling in me the importance of family, hard work, giving back, and never taking people for granted. So secondly, I think I would like to thank the people who nominated me for this award, because I think they are also change makers and they inspire me each and every day.
I'm Kendra Gerdigan. I'm a partner at the law firm of Maller Grodner, LLP. I'm also a 30-plus year resident of Bloomington, and I love the community. I love our local businesses, and I don't think I'd choose to live most other places. I have been with Maller Grodner, or some form of that, since 1990. And I work primarily in the area of family law right now, even though when I graduated from law school I said that was the one area I would never practice. But then I met Andy Maller, who believes it's a very noble specialty in the profession, and helped me understand it as well, how I could benefit others and give back to others. But my greatest joy is giving to others through my profession. I was fortunate to be able to go to law school. I was fortunate to be able to practice as an attorney. And now I can give back. And two of the major ways I do is I take pro bono clients, and I also have worked with the Monroe County CASA organization. And those are court-appointed special advocates for children who are in the system. But it's a way that I feel I can give back and support that organization. I think my motto came down from my mother's grandmother. She always said, "You're never too old to learn." And instead of saying, "I'm older than you, I know what I'm doing, so just do what I say," I think we all need to keep our minds open and our ears open and maybe learn something. The advice I would give to a young woman who is interested in becoming a leader or become involved in the community is to find something you enjoy, so that what you are giving to makes your heart sing. I have set goals to retire like every 5 years for several years now, and I think when it comes time, I'm just not ready to not have this fill my day, not have me be able to help people. I would like to thank the Chamber, the Bloomington Chamber, for this honor. It is much, much appreciated. I would also like to thank everyone in my life who taught me how to lead and give back. As I've said before, the wonderful people I work with at Maller Grodner, my wonderful family. And this is a great community, and I really appreciate it and being honored for this award.